If you've ever tried to earn love through perfection, this episode just come closer because I did everything I could to do everything right. And I still felt like I failed, which really isn't about doing more or trying harder or being better. What if the problem really just isn't you? I grew up hearing 1,000 times, it feels like a million times, a lot, always, just how inadequate my mother was as a mother and as a wife. And, it's obvious now, but it just wasn't then, that I had internalized that belief so deeply that I really felt like I had no hope or prayer of being good at either. So, um, I like full overcommit to being the best of both. And it first started with motherhood. I made the sandwiches cut into hearts and nursed for as long as I could. And we stopped working along the way, became a full-time mom, outside rollerblading, inside decorating cookies. It was just an absolute commitment to Martha Stewart all the way. Um, and anything that I could do to create an experience that was memorable or made my children feel loved, I did the best I could to stay connected to my husband and to make him feel loved. And the amount of self sacrifice and self abandonment that went on with no awareness of it. Zero. I even built a school when the school in the area was not, right, adequate enough for my children. It's just crazy. Um, and what ended up happening was at the end of 10 years, my marriage sucked. My children were angry. I felt financially broke living paycheck to paycheck. I felt emotionally broken. And I had done it all, right? I had done Bible studies. I had done Buddhism, yoga, hypnotherapy, regular therapy, shamans, healers, energy healing, nutrition, literally searched the earth for the answers. And, meditation was in there as well, and it did work. But the amount of self recovery and self discovery that was really required to realize that trying to do everything right was not going to get me to where I needed to go in order to be not only a good wife and mother, I think, which for those of us who are in relationships, we all want to do our best to be good partners to our partners and good parents to our children. And to know fundamentally that you're failing is really painful. And I think that what turned it around for me was just this realization that this external idea of what it was to be a good mom or a good wife was unattainable and unachievable and unrealistic and frankly unwanted by all of parties involved. And that really what was going to solve this problem was me just being the best human being that I could possibly be. And that the person that I had probably failed the most in the process was myself. And it required some hard conversations and a lot of rewiring. And even to this day, I will catch myself and my children will catch me and my husband will catch me, overdoing, overgiving, trying to fix, putting opinions where they don't matter, crossing boundaries, all the things. And yet I'm very, very mindful and aware of when it happens and have really spent 2 decades going deeper and deeper and deeper on how not to behave this way and to learn to refocus to presence, and that my own beingness is enough, and that nobody is looking for anything from me most of the time other than for me to be there to witness their experience, to validate their feelings, to be a safe place when they've had a bad day. That me disappearing into perfection really not only causes self-abandonment, but really abandonment to all those that you are looking to be there for. For a long time, I would look back at that period of my life with a lot of judgment. And what I discovered was that this wasn't a woman who was trying to be perfect. The thing that I admired the most about her was that she never gave up and never quit. And that through all that hard work and perseverance, she was really in the process of becoming who she really wanted to be. And in celebration of her and all of her failing, today I really try to witness myself and others as opposed to fix, and make space for me to just be who I am and to know the silly things that I love and the quirky things that I do are what the people who love me appreciate the most about me. And so, if this message resonated with you this week, helped you put any of those external expectations and perfectionism to bed for even just, a few minutes while you were gathered here, I hope that there's some part of you that let it go for a moment. And if there are women or men in your life who need to hear this message, please send it to them and share it with them. So thank you for joining the channel today. And thank you for listening to this episode and for being here with me. And until next week, remember, you're not the sacrifice, you are the source. Today's episode is sponsored by Fat Wallet Tax. If you're a business owner or real estate investor and your tax or accounting firm isn't talking to you about your cash flow, at least monthly or quarterly, it is time to call Fat Wallet Tax. The heart of your business is your cash. It keeps everything alive and healthy. And if you're uncertain about when to grow or how to manage your cash flow so your business can truly thrive, their cash flow confidence system will take you from surviving to thriving. Visit fatwallettax.com to learn more and book your cash flow confidence call.